So I'm flying today on a British Airways Airbus A380 over to Boston in Massachusetts. It's my first time, believe it or not, flying long haul with British Airways. I've flown short haul with them a ton, but long haul is a different matter. So this is my first time actually seeing their long haul product and of course flying on their awesome A380, which I've not been on before either. Because I checked in online today and because I was heading to the USA, I had to go and get my passport and boarding pass checked by the British Airways staff here at Terminal 5. There's a specified desk for it right next to the security checkpoint. It was no trouble at all. It just wouldn't let me get through security until they had gone ahead and checked that my ESTA and visa and everything else was all intact. Now I have to say I used to absolutely hate flying through Heathrow Airport, but these days with the brand new Terminal 5 and Terminal 2 over on the other side, it's just an absolute delight flying through Heathrow. It's so bright, so airy, and you can wander around getting some great views of all the aviation activity too. Now, in common with most British Airways long-haul flights, we had to depart from one of the remote concourses today, and today it was the C concourse. To get to the B and C concourses, you have to go down the second longest escalator in the UK, which takes to an underground train which goes right across to the B concourse and then the C concourse.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Before too long, our flight was ready for boarding and we made our way down the jet bridge to the Airbus A380 that was going to be our ride over to Boston today. Now, in common with most BA flights that I've taken, the crew were really friendly today and everybody was saying hi as I made my way down the cabin to my economy class seat right near the back.
Very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Arthur, British Airways new crew. It's my pleasure to welcome you all aboard this British Airways flight to Boston. As you heard, once we do push back, there will be a short video highlighting the safety procedures for this Boeing A380 aircraft.
Okay, so we are now about 2 hours into this flight, heading out across the Atlantic Ocean. Some fantastic scenery that we've seen so far as well, across Wales and Ireland too. Wonderful flight. This is the A380. It's a lovely plane to fly on any airline, but BA's crew really do go the extra mile. Fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of this flight. Chilling out, enjoying a glass of wine and a bit of dinner, and in a little while I'll have a little wander around the cabin as well, and try and meet some fellow passengers and things, and try and be sociable. It's a relatively short flight for the A380, this one. It's only about 6.5 hours long, or 6 hours 50 today, the captain said earlier when he spoke to us. So a very short flight. Boston is about as close to the UK as you can get in the States, so a very short flight of 6 hours 50 minutes. Not long to go at all compared to my recent videos over to Australia and stuff. It's a very nice short hop by all things compared to the others, so yeah.
kind of, beach houses at the airport. Must be so weird having those houses where you just watch everything land all the time.
It'd be awesome.
I know, those are the homes. Great to rent one from. I think I'd want to live there.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of British Airways and your crew today and the One World Alliance, it's my pleasure to welcome you all to Boston. The local time here now is 1:35 in the afternoon. Please do remain seated with your seatbelts securely fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and you do see the overhead seatbelt sign switched on.
After we landed, as we waited for a gate, I noticed a group of local plane spotters out by the side of the taxiway watching our A380 taxi in. Now, the A380 has been visiting Boston for quite a while now, so I was a little bit surprised to see this, but it just goes to show that the A380 can still draw a crowd wherever she goes. After we disembarked, it was quite a trek to immigration, but once we got there it was actually pretty seamless. To be honest, if you have an ESTA and you're from the UK, you can use the electronic passport gates just like you can back in the UK. Once that's done, you get a little receipt that you print off and head straight through to one of the customs officials who just checks it over, make sure you're not bringing anything nasty into the country, and you're free to be on your way. So I am here now at Logan International Airport here in Boston, Massachusetts. It is the biggest airport here at Boston, the only airport here at Boston actually. Absolutely fantastic flight over here with BA on board their Airbus A380. That aircraft is just such a fantastic aircraft to ride and so comfortable. It's really, really nice. And it was only a short flight, but it just felt like it had gone by in no time at all.